Speaking of the king,
Here we go. Let's go, Eric. Get it all out now. It's all right.
where were you when you realized LeBron's competitive NBA career was over?
That was over like last year.
Wow.
Hell no. But especially the neck he got at the start of this season. He's 40 dunking like this. I knew he was good. I'm not gonna lie. I still thought he was like
Him.
LeBron until about 2 months ago when one of these Laker fan pages posted his
him dunking?
fast break windmill. And I was like, oh yeah, damn. Like that was the first time in my life I felt bad for LeBron. Like,
That shit looked like it hurt.
It probably did.
but yeah, his championship contending seasons are over. Unless he joins the Celtics.
Wow.
Or goes back to the Cavs.
They'd be nasty.
That'd be crazy.
True.
That'd be crazy.
But even then, he doesn't push the button. Like he needs to join a team that can win one without him already.
Nah, yeah, that's true.
The Cavs.
No,
The Cavs have to win first before.
They're going into this year. Believe him, baby. We back.
now
He's
he's a
back.
Cavs fan.
Yeah,
We
that's
back.
crazy.
I was always a Cavs
The
fan.
switch
Number
up.
one.
The switch up is crazy.
I heard the glaze.
Let's see
You
it.
heard the neck. He was so confident the Lakers were going to the finals and probably winning it all.
I mean, to be fair though, LeBron was hurt at the end of the season.
Bulls in
so-
5. You said what?
LeBron was hurt at the end of the season.
Hurt in what way?
He had a groin injury.
And did he play every game of this?
Of course he
series?
did. 'Cause he's
Bro,
the king.
you're
That's what he
gonna
does.
expect the same performance
Bro,
from a
I saw his
40-year-old.
windmill before the groin injury. That's not the reason why he was dropping 3 points every fourth quarter.
Okay, where's his 25-year-old counterpart? What is he doing?
He's out of shape.
But bro, that's so
And
crazy.
This is like, bro, I'm the only one. I don't even know if I'm the only one. I think Celtics fans know this because we were watching the finals. But I deadass like the Nico Harrison needs to be fired. Like blown way out of proportion.
Nah, that's why when I text in the group chat, I see his vision. But at the same time, you gotta
know.
hold Luka. You gotta hold Luka to the.
You still don't
to the,
after them getting bounced.
It's okay. It's all right. This
Nah,
is
you're
his first.
bugging.
It's all right.
Bro,
How
you
is
It's
that
his
all
first
right?
moment. We got time
It's
to
his
develop.
What do you mean it's his first moment?
It's his
He was
first moment with
just
the
in a
Lakers.
finals.
You're right, but he had a different
wasn't
roster.
enough. He
wasn't.
knew one of the main reasons his team lost the finals was because he was fat, out of shape, couldn't defend. Came back into the next season in worse shape.
He's gonna get right. We in LA, the bright lights. He can't do that. He can't do that anymore.
Did you forget what the Lakers were like before LeBron got there?
Yeah, they were trash.
Exactly. They can be that again.
No, they won't. I mean, I don't matter. I'm in Cleveland, so we good. They can be ass. Don't matter to me.
Bro,
We in Ohio now. We're not in Los Angeles, California
His
anymore.
defense, though, woo.
I'm convinced you could make a whole 20-minute clip of him just playing horrible defense.
Whoever he guarded, they just ISO'd him. That's
OD.
That's mad disrespectful.
And then if he's
not
not,
the same.
and then bro, it's like it's either he's injury prone. I don't know. We have to start talking about Luka Doncic. We have to.
Absolutely.
Because every time he has a bad game, it's always injured. He's injured because he's a. I'm trying to keep it PG, but he's always injured because he's out of shape, bro.
We have to start holding him to the same standard that we hold all the other superstars to.
Yeah, I agree.
Like every time it's a bad game, oh, he's laboring. You can see him in pain. That nigga hits a 45-foot step back three, and he's not hurt anymore. He's getting back on
golden.
defense. He's ready. Like
Then he's smiling when he has Gobert guarding him.
word. He wants to fucking bark at every the fucking.
Do you guys watch the Bob Swing podcast with Jeff T?
Nah.
I always see
I
clips
see the
of that.
clips.
They were talking about like how Luka Doncic shouldn't be considered a superstar.
Wow.
He gets targeted on defense. He's the only superstar that gets targeted on defense.
Yeah. So I mean,
I'll debate that because I remember when LeBron was on the Cavs, we targeted Curry on defense because we knew he couldn't guard anybody.
yeah.
Like we
I
were
don't think-
forcing the switch that game 7 when they won the chip. They knew switch to get Kyrie off him or get Kyrie on somebody else, like on Curry, frying him.
Yeah, I
Like,
think if your
we have
offense
to.
is top 5 in the league, you
Yeah.
can still be a superstar.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like Dirk was a superstar. He wasn't doing on defense.
Besides backing him down, fade away every time, like that's crazy. How was Dirk so successful? I mean, this is a little off topic, but
Bro,
He was a 7-footer,
7-footer with a jumper.
but he moved slower than
Bro,
Jokic.
you still can't contest his shot, like, especially a
That's true.
fadeaway.
That's-
There's
yeah,
nothing
the
you can
he
do.
was shooting rainbows, doing it dumb high up and
Bro,
just drop it in.
on his
Like,
fadeaway, he had his knee out, so like you
He
can't
knew.
even.
He was cheating.
You have the knee out. That's fast.
Raps.
So farewell season next year.
I won't say next season.
Two more.
I think two
See,
more.
like the thing is,
Yeah.
LeBron's he'll be most valuable coming off the bench.
Oh my god.
The man averaged 24 this year. What do you mean?
Bro, this is the regular season. 24 and 2025 regular season.
At 40.
It's the regular season.
I don't care. That's still like that is he's not coming
What
off the
did he
bench.
do in the fourth quarter when it mattered most
All
in the
right.
playoffs?
Listen, he's not he can't I think he can't be the number one option. I don't think he should come off the bench. He's no longer one or two option. on
Bro,
the
he's
team.
averaging less fourth quarter points than Peyton Pritchard. He can't be the number 4 option.
Listen,
He's on the Lakers and he dropped 3 points.
listen, he
How-
did what?
the second option, he
Trust
dropped
me.
3 points.
You don't think I'm pissed? Listen,
It's not about being pissed. I'm telling you, he is no longer a top 4 option on a championship team.
that's fine. I just need him to get another chip. It don't matter to me.
So
we chasing
like I
that.
said,
We chasing that guy Michael,
have him-
man.
If he's in a role where he's not even a top 2 scorer on the team, and he can play less than 30 minutes a game, so he's fresh whenever he's playing, that's when he'll be his most valuable. But if he's playing 40 minutes a game, by the fourth quarter he's cooked. He's not doing.
Got to manage his minutes better. That's
He's
up to
pulling up
JJ.
from 40 because he's tired.
Yes.
I mean, how do you manage his minutes? Like, who are you even gonna?
That's why I don't think
That's-
next year will be a
that's
farewell
Get
tour.
him, get him on a vet minimum.
That's their.
He got enough bread. He got a lifetime deal with Nike. He don't need no more
Like
money.
at this point, start ring chasing.
That's-
He's
that's
been
their-
doing it his whole career.
That's
That's
their
Might as
second.
well.
But that's their second leading scorer. Like
But I think
LeBron, he was the
Because
second.
he's taking the most shots, second most shots. Like,
But who else is taking those shots?
bro.
But I think that's
I'm
what they
saying-
do. That's the work they have
I'm
to
talking about if
do.
he wants to win a championship. Obviously, if he wants to
He's not winning
stay
on
on the Lakers,
He's not winning on the Lakers.
all right. So
I think
he
that's
has-
debatable. I think we get like
not
an
debatable.
actual legitimate center who's not going to play 8 minutes in
like
the whole
imagine
series.
having 25 minutes of fresh Bron,
That's 30 points.
dead ass.
It's like,
That's honestly, that might be damn near a triple double.
like
But-
that's legit 30 points.
But if they keep Luka, you need a big man who's the best defender in the league.
That's what it takes.
You
That's
need
what
a- you need a-
They
you need
both
a-
ain't playing defense really, so
No, you have to have a big man who plays defense. That's literally what you need.
You need a shot blocker and a lob threat. They don't have
Yeah.
the shot blocker part, and Jackson Hayes is half of a lob threat. Like
I saw something that they were talking about. What if they traded Braun instead
Oh,
of AD,
man.
and it was Luka and AD together?
they,
nasty.
So much better together.
AD would have
That
AD.
probably
Bro,
would be
that
better.
team would have went to the finals.
Yeah,
But,
that
all
would have
right,
better.
let's be realistic though. AD is getting hurt,
all right, if he doesn't get hurt,
All right, yeah, that's
but that's like
he was playing he played in the play-in.
he was, but he got hurt.
He balled out a little bit, yeah. But listen, that would have reunited LeBron and Kyrie. We know what happened. We get champions. That's a ring, man.
no.
And we got Klay Thompson. We finally get LeBron a shooter. Stop it.
That's the wash squad. Somebody on that team, bro.
Nah, Manny, you are delusional.
I'm a Cavs fan, so we're good. Let's go, Donovan. Bring it home.
How many Cavs games have you watched this series?
0. I don't need to watch. I'll watch more in the finals. We're preparing for the Larry O'Brien. That's when I'll watch. That's when I'll tune in.
How do you, bro?
That's it. That's all I need to. I only watch when it comes playoff time. I do that. I did that all throughout LeBron's career, except when he was on the
Who do you
Heat.
think's about to win the finals?
Unfortunately, I'm going to say the Celtics because they're just
Nah, I was just generally curious if he could have an unbiased take.
like it.
Like he
Like
said, Lakers before.
like they are legitimately. It reminds me of when LeBron was on the Heat. Like they're just way better than every other team in every category. Defensively, 3-point shooting, everything on offense, way better. Like there's no team that is sure the Cavs are probably close, but I just think they're not going to be able to beat the
the only
Celtics.
team you can beat the Celtics if you are perfect for 4 games.
So the Cavs would be the only team I think that
And the
can beat
Cavs,
them is
like-
the Cavs.
The Cavs have to be like double perfect.
Legit.
okay. So you could beat them.
No,
Like win.
The
no. That's the Celtics in 6 if that series happens.
Probably not. No.
Yeah.
honestly, the key is just like no team is going to be able to stop them. Is all a matter of if the
they stop
Celtics are
themselves.
like if the Celtics are missing threes.
If they're missing threes, you got a chance.
If you look at each game, the Celtics struggle against the Magic. I don't think they shot over 35% from 3.
it's not even about the percentage. The Magic didn't let them shoot threes.
That's what it
Bro,
takes. Yeah, you have to stop that.
They took, in this elimination game, Celtics took 6 threes in the first half. 0 for 6.
Damn.
Damn, I know.
That's crazy.
They
That's
only
nothing.
took 6. The Magic were, I mean, refs, the league, there's someone's rigging some because they were letting the Magic just hack the whole time.
They need it.
But the Magic do have the second best rated, or maybe the number one best rated
number one.
defense
Yeah.
in the league. So maybe the whole season the refs just let these hack.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But regardless, like the Magic just weren't even letting them shoot threes. And then second half, I don't even know what happened. I'm not sure if the Celtics made an adjustment or not, but once they saw one go in, it just started raining. And then you look at the
Yeah,
final box score, it looked like a normal game for the Celtics, but Magic had me worried for like a whole
Yeah, man, listen.
Their best defender was out. Suggs.
Aren't they? Who else is hurt on that team?
Nobody worth mentioning.
Franz's brother.
Oh, yeah.
wow.
Nah,
Ooh.
I saw him. I saw him wearing the like the coach's
right.
gear. I thought he was coaching. I had to think for a minute.
Nah,
'cause-
Magic get 2 shooters, they could win a championship.
I mean, that's what they signed KCP for, but he was shooting like he was back on the Lakers.
Yeah,
Like,
2
good.
like proven shooters. They just have a couple good seasons. Because Franz and Paolo can't shoot. That's the only other thing that he needs to work on. But the buckets Franz was making, I was like, this is not even possible. Like, bro was over Kristaps, like, just not even looking at the rim. Just if he goes to his right hand, he's making it every time. I was like, nah, he's
He's a real good finisher. I ain't gonna
He's
cap.
elite.
Yeah.
And then Paolo, whatever. Paolo's a bucket too. He just can't shoot that well.
What other
But,
games?
Anthony Black, low key, he's a bucket
Yo, he's a
too.
dog. He's a
He's
dog.
nice.
He was getting me tight, bro.
He played defense too. I fuck with Anthony Black.
He can't
He's
shoot
nice.
either though. That's the problem.
yeah.
Like they all have great finishers.
They're
but
the
nobody
worst.
that can
I
shoot.
think they're the worst 3-point shooting team in the league.
Yeah.
Maybe. I believe it. I've never seen, like, I was more excited to see Paolo, Franz, or Black shoot a wide open 3 than I was to see them shoot a contested mid range or a driving contested layup. Like, I was like, yes. Every time they just pulled up from 3, that's just crazy.
Oh, you screaming this box out, box out. That's all you need to do.
But the Magic are elite. And that's the reason why I'm like, if the Celtics just got past them, Cavs play no defense compared to the Magic. So they actually have to be perfect on offense if they want to beat the Celtics.
Defensive player of the year. Let's see if he
Really
let's see if
him.
he really like that. Because I don't believe it.
He's defensive player of the year in the paint. Celtics will not be in the paint. They'll be shooting right over Little Garland, shooting right over Donovan.
All right, so let's get into the rest of these like series that are going on, so we can kind of dig into the teams who lost and see what they need in the offseason to improve going into next year.
So we starting with the series still going or the series that just ended?
The series that are still going, and then we'll go into the ones that ended. So we
Well,
can.
we just talked about the Celtics Mavs.
And we already talked about the Lakers, so
Did we talk about the Lakers? We talked about LeBron.
Well, no, we'll talk about
Fine,
yeah,
yeah.
but we'll talk about like, I guess we kind of did talk about what the Lakers
We
need.
didn't really talk about the Timberwolves though.
where let's jump in. Yeah,
Well, I mean,
They all played
let's do teams that have been. Let's do teams that have been eliminated first.
Yeah, so I mean, we just discussed Celtics eliminating the Magic.
Yeah,
We're not talking about Cavs, Heat, or
nah,
Duke.
that was
Yeah.
this. Oh, well, we could talk about how the a 37-win team should not be in the playoffs. Like that is ridiculous.
That is, but they shouldn't have. They still shouldn't have lost that bad in like 3 of those games.
Yeah, they're
Bro,
losing
losing
50
being
piece. That's
down
insane.
being down by 60, bro, like
That's
you
just
need to be
laughable.
like relegated. Like that is crazy.
They should be fined.
I
in
That's
the
a referee.
playoffs.
Bro, when your best player has 4 points, 1 of 10, you know you're cooked. Tyler Hero was 4 points, 1 of
Bro.
10. It was over.
Yeah,
Only
They were
taking
better
10
off-
shots is terrible. Like that's crazy.
Bro, after the second half, bro, you could sit. You're done for the game.
Go to the locker
book,
room.
book your ticket for Cancun, bro. It's over.
And had dudes on the other team talking about how they're personally attacking you.
Yeah.
Went to the national news and said, "Yeah, we're going at Tyler Hero." Said his whole government
Damn.
name,
Yeah.
Wow.
and then you still come out here, don't play defense, and don't get buckets. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
You know what's crazy about that? How you gonna say that and not play the next game, though?
Oh, he didn't play the next game.
He didn't even play the next game.
Wait, who didn't?
Tyler
Garland.
Hero.
Oh,
Garland.
yeah,
He didn't
yeah.
play. I'm like, yo, what?
I think he was. I think he was
knew.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He knew the pressure was on.
Tyler Hero said, we be attacking him.
Or that's funny that like the two worst defenders on each team
Yeah.
are talking to each other like that.
We talk about Bam though. He is
Bam.
Bro, what's up, Bam? Like
Yeah.
you're supposed to be.
I wasn't watching. I did not watch a single game. First off, half of them weren't even on. It was just on NBA TV.
OD,
Yeah,
bro. That is so.
Couldn't even get ESPN,
Yeah.
ABC, nothing, bro. It's crazy.
But like Bam was kind of nice earlier, but like now he's like, yeah, you putting up 16, 14, like.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
he's
just
not-
think he's uninspired.
It's probably that too, and then the other thing too is that like he's not a number one scoring option. Like he's at his best, he's probably gonna give you 18.
Like he reminds me of like what Siakam was like when they were gassing him up when he was
Yeah.
on Toronto, and then
Like-
now he's on Indiana. And nobody talks on him.
Stealing Bam.
Well, yeah,
course,
but
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like the fall off is like gassing him up. He's so elite, and then it's like, yeah, he's alright.
Like Bam
Okay,
averaged
that's
18
nice.
this year, but like, what do you expect him to do when no one else on the team? I mean, Hero can score, but is he going to be consistent?
Once Jimmy
enough?
left, you get more shots, bro. Like you should be averaging.
Yeah,
I
but
forgot
his
they got
game is
Wiggins.
his game is not his game is not built to really be like creating his own shot or anything. Like he's an inside center. He could shoot it a little bit, but like
A tiny bit.
yeah, like
Yeah,
he's not going to be
mid-range.
he's not going to be shooting jump shots like that.
But I think it's all, bro. He's just not. His team is dookie. He knows
Yeah.
they're not winning anything. Like
Yeah.
it's hard to try.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah,
when the Celtics and them were rivals, he was looking like prime KG. Like he
OD.
was doing turnaround fadeaways and knocking them down.
To
I'm
be
like,
to be
alright,
fair though, like everyone on that team was
spaz it.
bro. Gabe Vincent, Max Strus,
What's his?
Where
one
we
of the
got Gabe
twins,
Vincent, things
what's
would be
his name?
nice, bro.
Caleb Martin or I forgot. I think it was
one of the
Caleb.
Martins.
Caleb Martin.
But like those two finals runs, he was kind of wilding.
yeah,
Now he's just.
So I
whack.
think he could be back to that. I think right now he's just not.
He just
Not
sees
motivated.
the personnel, and it's like they're trash.
of course. Jimmy Butler drove that.
That's why
Just gave them OD confidence.
Yeah.
He got paid.
Yeah.
That's why.
He's probably like you guys know you guys are nobody in this league. Just play like it doesn't even like you don't care. Just like
Bro, yeah. It's like Warriors need to get bounced. This nigga Jimmy pisses me off, bro.
No success for
He's
him.
just a terrible teammate. Like you saw what he said about Buddy Hield?
No, what do you
Yeah.
say?
When he was like, I forgot what he like said. He was basically said like he should not be dribbling, and he was like mad. He was like, tell Buddy to stop dribbling, and he was dead.
that's
like,
funny though because I know that like throughout the season though like Steve Kerr was like getting mad at him because he was doing all this dribbling like taking shots from Curry. So like I mean it might just be like Buddy is like out there really
Nah,
tweaking. Like,
you just joined a team. You can't be talking about your teammates.
that
like
is
that.
that is
Like,
true. Yeah, bad. That's bad. They did go on a crazy run 10 this season though. Like
Yeah, to get into the playoffs.
to get into
what
the
is
yeah.
Defense in the league once he joined, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're crazy undersized. They don't
Who are they playing though?
win those games.
They played the Lakers twice, I think. I don't know.
Let's
who
see.
else.
Let's see who they played in their last.
But nah.
I mean, Jimmy didn't play when they won Game 3, right?
Yeah, he didn't play.
And
No, he
came
was
back
hurt.
Game 5 and they got blasted.
Well, they won game 4, and then they lost game 5. Houston.
I meant to say Jimmy didn't play when they won Game 4, right?
No, he did. He didn't play game 3, and they won.
The last couple games they played. This is from like the most recent game of the regular season to before. They played the Clippers, Trailblazers, Spurs, Suns,
Spuns.
Rockets, Denver, Lakers, and then Memphis. Like, I mean,
So they played like.
Yeah, but like two teams that could score. Bucks.
Oh, we didn't,
the Bucks. Yeah,
well, that's it for last. I feel like that goes into the other pieces of the Bucks, but
I mean, so far, games I haven't been spot on, but wins and losses for series, I'm perfect. I said Bucks. I said Pacers,
Yeah.
T-Wolves, obviously Celtics, Cavs,
Cavs, Thunder.
Thunder, of course. I took Warriors over Rockets. I want the Rockets to win, but I
Yeah.
took Warriors.
I want the Rockets to win too.
that'd be the end of the Curry era.
Did you guys have the Bucks or Pacers?
I
I
had
had
the.
the Bucks.
I had the Bucks.
I think I had the Bucks. I thought Dame was gonna ball
Oh,
out.
Dame
but
was playing.
guess
Yeah.
not.
I mean, he played and they still lost.
But I mean, I feel like I knew that the Pacers were gonna pull it out just because they're doing what they did last year, shooting
Yeah.
60% from the field. Like
Insane.
it's hard to be a team that is doing that. So
I don't know if it's like Rick Carlisle. I don't know. It's like you do get hella confidence playing with no expectations.
Yeah.
Like when the
Yeah, that's
world
the most
doesn't
dangerous-
expect
that's
you to
the most
win.
dangerous team. It's like in the tournament, like in NCAA, if you're like a low seed, and you're like,
Facts.
it's just-
You're like, I'm excited to be here. That's it.
like,
That's how they
I mean, the
play.
Pacers
They
are
just-
beyond that point though. Like,
Nah, they're right there.
No
Nah.
one, not a single soul has them as like a top 3 favorite to come out the East.
No shot.
nah,
But
but
at
I
that
mean,
point, there's no eyes on
like
it.
they're expected to make the playoffs. But
That's
like,
it.
It's just
That's
like
their
a
ceiling.
It's just like yeah.
Let's talk about the Knicks.
Nah, let's finish. All right, yeah. We'll talk about the Knicks.
Let's talk about the
They're
Knicks.
they're finishing the series tonight.
Wait. But before we get to the Knicks,
What?
any more Giannis? Should he
Well,
stay?
I thought we were going to say that.
Giannis-
All right, we'll finish. Yeah, let's do the.
Yeah, Giannis needs to get out of there. He needs
I
to
don't
leave.
think so. I think he needs to stay.
Nah,
Stay, bro.
I think he stay. Like, Dame was hurt. He was injury prone the whole year. Like you don't
He needs
know.
to go to the Lakers.
Wow.
I
now
don't
you
know
want to
if I want
switch
that
out.
guy. I don't.
You what do you mean you don't know if you want what?
What does that do?
Give
you insane?
Automatic high percentage offense and defense.
Okay.
And
Luka and Giannis in
The Lakers with the Lakers with Giannis and no Bron win more than one game against the Timberwolves.
That's facts.
So what do you mean?
and he gives you durability.
Actually,
he gives you
You're right. He should. He should come. He should come to the
I just
Lakers.
want him out the East.
We'll
well,
take
that's
it.
actually that's actually interesting because like we see how like loaded the West is. So it's like, you know, if you're the NBA, are you pushing for him? Like you push him to stay in the East, so it's like evened out or what? Like what? How does that pan out?
I think the
'Cause-
NBA likes having the West be stacked because even like when we were like younger, the West was always just way more dominant.
I don't think it's about what the NBA likes. I think players just want to be on these West Coast teams.
yeah, that's true. The weather is way nicer. Like
That's why they need to switch it up, like do it how baseball does it. Like football, no one's really like
You're playing whatever, it doesn't matter.
Like
Yeah.
they're not really thinking about that.
Yeah.
Baseball, it's the AL and the NL, and
Yeah.
there's no allegiance to which side of the country you're on. Like Yankees and Mets
that's a good
are in
point.
2 different leagues, and they're right next to each other.
That's fire, actually.
that's a good point.
And then that's why,
Can
like,
you imagine the NBA does that? Like, just shuffles the entire thing and goes that way? Like, that would be
the only reason they
crazy.
don't do it, which I don't even know if it like makes sense, but I heard it's like traveling, like
Oh.
people like teams would have to travel way more.
Oh, because
To-
they play more games in their division. That's why.
Yeah.
So if you're in a division, New York and LA in the same
Then, like,
division, you have to
baseball,
play
though?
each other 4 times.
We're
That's a lot.
across the country.
For baseball, they play 162 games, so like they're gonna travel.
Regardless. Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah, but the teams baseball does it like that too. The teams in your division will be in your area, but there can be a team that's in your conference, but not in your division that's on the other side of the country.
That's not. Yeah.
Because you're not playing the teams outside your division that much to where it's a nuisance. And if baseball's doing it, playing 162 games with max 1 day off, 2 days off a week,
Yeah.
like there's no reason these basketball players can't do it.
But then again, like baseball, it's like a series. It's like you're playing it. Like if the Mets are playing the Marlins, they're
They're
in
there for,
Miami
like,
for
3
4
days.
days. So it's like.
That
Makes
is
sense,
true.
too.
So
I'm
it's
still,
not like
I'm
you're
just still
jumping back
stuck
and
on
forth.
the fact that you said you.
Nah, I
wouldn't
want Giannis.
You wouldn't want Giannis.
You know why? Wait, no, I changed my thought. You know why?
Bro, he was the second leading scorer in the
It
NBA.
doesn't- all right, so bet.
He
I
was
changed my
the,
mind.
he was
I'm
the
changing.
6th leading rebounder in the NBA,
All right,
13th in assists as a big man, and had the 6th highest shooting percentage.
I'll take Giannis because he can come and be like Kareem.
And he
just
plays
come and
67
put in work,
games.
follow it.
Kareem, what is he talking about?
Kareem did the same thing. Milwaukee to LA. Rings. That's what I'm seeing.
If he goes to LA, Bron is done, bro.
That's
He's
fine.
done.
LeBron can come off the bench at that point. He's getting a
absolutely.
championship.
How much is Bron? Can't they like not get anybody right now because of Luka and Bron's contracts?
Luka's contract is up. I'm pretty,
contract
it's
is
up.
up.
So they got
Like, what they're
bread.
gonna have to pay him, like
Yeah.
max.
No, I think he's eligible for an extension this summer. It's just he can choose whether or not he like if he doesn't want to sign it. Then I think he still has more time on his contract.
Yeah, I think it might be.
It's like a
that.
decision. It's like a
Oh.
decision period where you can choose whether or not you want to sign the extension. If you don't sign the extension, say you have like 1 more year left, and then you become a free agent.
Where he got like a super max or something. He'll be eligible for something like that. I think. I don't
That
know.
is crazy though. Is it just the weather? You think? Like
Oh,
why
Taxes
do
too,
people?
maybe.
It's a tax.
Nah, Cali's taxes are crazy.
You're right.
True.
But I think on the let's see, because you have the Texas teams are in the West. There's really only like 1 or Nah, yeah. There's only one state in the East
They don't tax Florida.
that Florida, yeah. And then like
about-
New Hampshire doesn't
what
have a
about
team,
Atlanta?
Atlanta. Atlanta they tax, I think, in Georgia.
Oh, maybe no. Atlanta they don't.
In Georgia,
I
I
would
think they
assume
have.
no,
I think they have state income
Nah,
tax.
it might just literally be the weather. Like,
Or just like coincidence. I don't know. But the East has, I think, of the top 5 teams in the NBA, the East has 3.
Celtics, Cavs,
Knicks.
Celtics, Cavs.
At least rosters.
Bucks.
They have top 5 rosters.
Yeah, stop playing. The Knicks are on that.
Celtics, Cavs, Bucks. That's the top 3 teams.
Nah,
How you gonna say
Bucks
Bucks when they were just the 5th, 4th seed?
All right, it doesn't matter. The Knicks are about to be eliminated now too, just like them in the round
Okay.
1.
Don't be mad because your team is booking trips to Cancun and mine is still playing.
It's all right. LeBron's recruiting right now. He's texting like, where
How
we
are they
going
recruited
next?
with no money?
He's going somewhere else. He said, where are we going next?
Yeah, that's
what
not
he's saying.
recruited. LeBron is getting ready to dip.
He's being recruited.
He's about to do what he did when he left to Miami. He's
going back to
have
Cleveland.
a whole TV production set up
Absolutely.
and make his decision again.
He said, I'm taking my talents to Akron, Ohio.
to Beijing,
retire.
China.
The Shanghai Sharks.
That would
All
be
right,
crazy.
let's see what
Guangdong.
else.
That would be actually insane if he did not. But I don't think he leaves. I think he has 2 more years. This year, he'll test it out. Let's see. If they make moves in the offseason, great. If they don't, then it's like, all right, farewell tour. Let's begin it. Let's get it started. And it'll be done.
All right, those are the teams that have been eliminated. So we want to talk about
The teams that are still in it. They're still playing.
teams that are still
Let's talk
in
about the Knicks. Let's go.
When do they play game 6?
today.
Tonight.
Let's see what time is it.
See, he's just trying to
Playing 15 minutes.
He did that on purpose. They just called. Because that means it's got to be up in 2 days.
It has to go up tomorrow.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Oh, that's actually typically that could make it happen.
Like, you're bro. Just be
No,
realistic.
it could happen.
If the Knicks don't win tonight, though, I got the Pistons at 7, like I said.
See, I like the Pistons against the Celtics.
What?
You like, what do you mean?
Like matchup wise, like
you like them to
I'm not saying they're going to win. I'm not saying they're going
like
to win.
them to get on the court,
but
and
I
try
like
their hardest. What do you
like? I think I'm gonna be honest as a Knicks fan. I think the Pistons could give a better
Series?
series than the Knicks would.
I believe it.
So they're getting swept. Like what is?
All right, I'm just
No,
saying.
that's not. No, the Knicks could get hot and win 1 or 2 games.
Or Brunson can just foul bait and get
The
somebody in trouble,
Pistons
you know?
are the Magic with worse defense and tiny bit better offense. If the Magic only got 1, and that was because the refs were dead, the craziest meat munching I've ever seen in my life, the Pistons wouldn't win the game. Unless Cade went for 80.
You were saying if the Pistons win tonight, they win the series. You think so?
That's a.
In New York?
New York? That would be crazy.
I don't know.
Wait. Yeah. Not yet. That's a fact.
The
That's a
pressure
fact.
would be on these
That's a fact.
niggas.
That's a
The
fact.
pressure would be.
Because Bridges and Cat at home, they be selling. They be selling.
Bro, Cat is folding.
They just won in New York too, didn't they?
They just lost in New
Nah,
York.
they
They
lost.
lost.
Oh, the Pistons. Yeah, the Pistons just won in New York. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You at your home stadium.
Listen, you know,
Game 7, it'll be so much pressure. Bro,
you know what? Like, it's just so frustrating because, like, obviously, talent-wise, the Knicks, like, it's not even close. They're
Way
way
more
better
talented.
than the Pistons. It's like, I don't even know.
Coaching?
Yes. Like, why are we? We talked about this, I think, last time.
We said this, bro. Thibodeau's running them boys to the ground the whole regular season.
Bro, his coaching and his will. Y'all are soft.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
That's a
soft.
fact, bro. Like, if you literally just if you watch the games, you could just see like the Pistons just outwill the Knicks.
Word.
They want it more.
Jalen Duren, he's going to the paint, he's grabbing whatever rebound he wants. Cat, he's soft.
Little Cat.
Bro, it's like
He's only tough against Tobias Harris.
it's just the 2 people they added are soft.
Yeah.
Bridges and Cat, they're soft. Last year, the Knicks were not soft.
Nah, that's a
'Cause
fact. Because
Hartenstein-
Hartenstein and Randall.
Word.
If Julius Randle
Dogs.
was on the team, I guarantee you he's dogging Jalen Duren.
Like last year, the Knicks were the Pistons. Not even. Last year, the Knicks were like I don't know. I don't know what their comparison would be, but they were the hustle team.
Yeah.
They were the team that were only winning games
Yeah.
because they were working harder than every other team.
They had Hardenstein. He was pure hustle. DiVincenzo was both hustle and scoring option.
That's why that Pacers series was so fire because it was that's the two little gym rats just going at each other. And now they replaced their two workhorses with
3.
I mean, well, Josh Hart's still there. But
3.
Who was the third?
DiVincenzo hustles too.
Yeah.
And he plays like defense, like
Plays good defense.
not like great defense, but he's gonna get at you and get in your
Yeah.
face.
Yeah, and Bridges soft. He be just getting bullied on defense. I haven't seen a player that didn't just go into his chest and move him back 5 feet. And then who else is fucking?
You know what's crazy about Bridges too? Like when the Suns went to the chip, he was like the best defender.
That's what I'm
One of the best defenders in the
saying.
league.
They probably just realized like, yeah, he's just mad soft. Like
He's
post
just
him up.
small, bro.
Because he
Probably catching up with him.
Yeah, he's tired.
That's what happens when you play third. What is it? 40 minutes a game?
Yeah, literally. It's gonna catch up at some point.
That's crazy.
What's the other series?
Clippers, Nuggets.
Elimination night.
Clippers losing.
Damn, what happened?
Clippers losing. After last game, James Harden. Yo.
I told
What's the stat? More turnovers than points?
The
or
stat is he has 26 playoff games where he has more turnovers than field goal makes.
That is.
Game 1, game 2, I'm like, he looking good. Game 3, I said, ooh.
But
Game 4,
isn't this where Kawhi's supposed to step in and
Mr. Efficient.
20 points. We should have 4-0 swept them.
absolutely.
Whoa. I
Game
mean, well,
one-
they're one. I mean, nah, because the game was tied on Aaron Gordon's thing, right? Or they were
Nah,
down.
that was to win.
That was to win.
But I'm saying, were they losing or was it tied?
It was tied.
It was tied.
So it could have went to OT even if you missed it, and they still
Yeah.
could have lost.
Hell no, we came back like 14. We was
But you shouldn't have. Like the Clippers should. I mean, the Nuggets should have won that game. They were on some
They
next
got
level.
they
Sort of
got
wildin'.
they
Yeah.
got like way too just relaxed. And
But unless Kawhi is going for 40 and Harden is efficient and not turning the ball over, which is rare in the playoffs for him, and Jamal Murray looking like this,
tough.
my question is though, like we've seen Harden in the playoffs before. Like, are you not surprised?
Yeah, I'm surprised.
why?
You think they would learn, get better?
Bro, like I can understand if you gave us 20, shooting 43 something, giving us 14, giving us 11.
Yes.
That is crazy.
14 points?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, nah.
Bro, I mean, he's up there with LeBron in age. Like,
Nah.
he was choking in his prime. What do you think he's going to be doing now?
Bro, he's younger than Westbrook, bro. Why is he outplaying you?
Bro, Westbrook is a freak of
I
nature.
don't get it, bro.
Yeah, he has a-
James
he has a
Harden
different
is way
engine.
more
Next
skilled than
level.
him, bro. I'm not jacking that. And
I mean,
then our third option, Norman Powell, he has to go to.
Oh,
He
whoa!
has to go.
What?
Norman,
He
that's
has
your
to go,
boy.
bro.
You were on him
That was
all
the flamethrower. I don't know
season.
what happened. He lost it. He
All
lost it.
season, you were talking about
The
Norman
flame
Powell,
was-
MVP.
wow.
I don't think he put up 21, no 20-point game in series, bro.
Wow.
That was your boy, man.
He's looking bad. Chris Dunn is looking better than him.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's bro. Chris
there
Dunn
was
looks better than
somebody.
him.
I just saw somebody try to. They were like debating if Norman Powell was better than. Who was it?
Norman
was
has
a good-
disappointed me, bro.
Where's this guy? I'm trying to look at his stats over the last.
You can't give us a
years.
20. We need 25 points from him. Like,
At least one night. Like, you
bro,
done it
just
none?
once.
I mean, I just didn't see how he was getting buckets all regular season. Like, were teams just not guarding him, or was he actually
was-
like in his bag?
He was,
frying?
Nah,
bro, he
he's-
was
he's
cooking,
nice.
bro. He's just now is just I don't know.
He's scared
He
to
had,
bite
he had
lights.
12. He had 12 points last game.
12
He had 22 game 4, 20 game 3, 13 game 2, 12 game 1.
Bro, that's not good, bro.
Yeah, that's not enough.
Averaging 21.8 points a game in the regular season to that.
That's what I'm
What
saying.
was he? What's he doing field goal percentage wise?
Field goal percentage, last game 41.7. Game 4, 53.8. Game 3, 58.3.
All
Both
right.
games he had 20 though.
Game
Yeah.
2, 35.7.
That's what
And
I'm
then
saying.
game 1, 41.7.
With 35%,
bro.
he had 11 points.
Bro, he shot 20% from 3 last game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
We cannot have Aaron Gordon. We can't let out like Aaron Gordon have 20 points, bro.
The flamethrower ran out of gasoline, man. I don't know what's going
Nah,
on.
that was bad. Yeah, I need to be more worried about the defense than Norman Powell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because how is Aaron Gordon? What were the numbers?
I don't know. I'm going to start.
How was no one guarding?
You can't have Jamal Murray drop 43 points on 17 for 26.
It was bound to happen.
Aaron
You have to-
Gordon.
yeah,
That's
one.
true.
Aaron Gordon dropped 23 on 7 for 11. Bro missed 4 shots.
That's what I'm saying.
Westbrook. You that Russell Westbrook dropped 21 points, shooting over 50% from the field.
Off the bench, we got no one for him, man.
The stars
Russell
aligned.
Westbrook in 2025.
He still like that.
That might have been one of his best playoff performances of his career. That's crazy. Over 50%,
High key.
21 points.
High key.
That's bad. That's bad. And that's, bro, coaching. Any team that has defense, unless you're like the Cavs, where you're like undersized, maybe the Warriors. I don't know. Any team that has defense, I'm blaming the coaching. Hey, you're just not inspiring your team to play defense
Fair.
because there's no excuse to be having that. Like, unless the game plan was actually put 5 people on Jokic, because Jokic only had 13 points.
Zubac.
I didn't watch the game.
Zubac.
They had to be quadruple teaming.
Nah,
it.
Zubac's like that, bro. Trust
There's
me.
no way.
Zubac played defense.
There's no way. There's no way Jokic was getting guarded one-on-one,
By Zubac.
and everyone else was cooking.
I think
They
there
had
was
to be triple teaming Jokic and just leaving dudes open.
The game winner
They
shot was
must
double
have.
teaming though. That's why the nigga was watching for the dunk.
I
Double
mean,
teaming
bro,
on the last play.
you
Shot-
gotta-
I can't believe he shot it. I was like,
Yeah,
what?
bro, did some half
In air,
travel.
like, what are we doing?
But like, if that was the Lakers, he would have made that.
Yeah.
Easily. You saw what Jokic did to you a couple years ago, and Murray, the last 2 years.
Listen, we ain't gonna talk
Shot
about
makers
it. It's right. The
against it.
Clippers are gonna get it done. Put those boys to rest.
I don't.
It's quiet, bro.
and
I
they're
believe it.
playing in
Got to
LA.
win 2 in a row.
They got it.
Let me
We'll see the
see.
Kawhi we were talking about last week. Better than KD. We're gonna see that guy come out.
I feel like Kawhi
No, I think we're.
might spaz tonight.
He has no choice. It's
have
that
a
or go
feeling.
home.
Like in the first elimination game, yeah, he'll spaz. But if it goes to 7,
Dude,
They're
he's
playing.
relaxing
They're,
again.
they're playing in LA.
someone on the Nuggets. Jokic is going to go off.
It's
or
gonna be-
Murray
it's gonna be
in the
Christian
next 2
Brown.
games. Could also be him. Could be MPJ. Someone's going to
Yeah.
go off. I
He's
don't
been,
see the Clippers.
bro.
winning.
What,
MPJ has
what's
been
what's been
in a
going on?
box.
Yeah, what's been going on with him?
He's in a box.
He has the yips. I mean, he always struck me as a player who like wasn't confident.
You think so?
Yeah,
That's a modern day Rashard Lewis, bro.
like, I think he's kind of.
Rashard Lewis was better than him. Rashard Lewis was
Wow,
better than
that's a really good comparison. I'm just thinking of that. Like, wow.
Rashard was nice, but
him. But Rashard was better than him.
Yeah.
was.
That's crazy. 14 points, 17, 7, 53.
Bron right now, high key is like a modern day Hito Turkoglu.
Stop. That's crazy.
That guy got booted from the league for taking steroids. Don't compare him to that.
Did he really?
Yeah, when he was on,
I was wondering
Orlando,
what happened to him.
This is one of his final seasons. He
on
got
the
they
Clippers.
suspended him for what's it called, taking steroids. I was like, oh, you in the NBA
Jeez.
taking
Honestly, Luka's a
steroids.
modern day Hito Turkoglu.
High
Shit,
key.
he needs to start taking those steroids.
You need to start running around the stadium or something. That's what you need to do.
He needs to go back to whatever. Whenever he first came in this league, he needs to start eating the
Yo,
same food he was eating.
have
bro.
you seen? That's Europe, bro. That's Europe. Have you seen his highlights from his rookie year, bro?
He was yamming
He
everything.
he was moving different.
Yeah. He
Now,
was dumb fast.
Now he's moving in slow motion.
Who?
Luca.
Luka.
His first year, he was moving
Don't worry.
10 times faster.
He's with LeBron this summer.
not
He'll get
doing
him
that.
right.
Bro.
One summer. All it takes is one summer.
If the Texans got that barbecue, he started
Yep.
wilding.
That's that,
Everybody
bro.
talk about Zion. He be eating the same thing Zion
Yeah.
Williams eating, bro.
And now he's in LA. He's eating tacos and burritos and birria.
It's all right. He's with LeBron now. We'll get him right this summer. He'll come in best shape of his life. That's
He
it.
had
You
3
don't
months.
believe
He had
that.
3
That
months with
ass.
It
LeBron.
doesn't
He
matter.
joined the
That's
team
not
last
enough.
week.
We need him in the
said that's
whole
not
summer.
enough.
They're out eliminated now. He's got many months to get right.
They're eliminated. He's back in Slovenia drinking beers. nigga.
OD.
But the last team, who was it? The Rockets. We talked about them already.
Rockets Warriors. I don't know if we really talked about.
We didn't talk about them,
much.
but I want the Rocket. I mean, we all said the Warriors probably won because of their
of the
experience, but I
experience.
hope the Rocket. I think we all want the Rockets to win. One, because of Jimmy Butler. Two, it's like fuck Curry. He made LeBron lose multiple finals, so it's like I don't want to do anything in the playoffs. The quicker they're eliminated, the happier I am.
Yeah, I want the Rockets to win, but I think the Warriors will win. Unless that last game was kind of inspiring. Like
Yeah.
bro, just use your youth, energy,
Yeah.
stamina, speed,
Everything.
like just the whole time.
Yeah, they have it all. He's whack. He's
I
whack.
mean, they won. He didn't do shit last game and they won. Spanked him.
Yo, he had 7 points the first game, 38 the second game, and he had 9, 8, and 11.
Stop.
Crazy.
You know what his comparison is? He's J.R. Smith.
Yo.
Yo.
Jordan Clarkson is
Jordan
good.
Clarkson's pretty good
Jordan
too.
Poole. all
Jordan
these
Poole.
Jordans.
They ain't like Michael.
Saying on like inside the NBA after the game, he was like, "You can't be the man and take 8 shots."
Yeah, you can't.
Like,
That's yeah.
I was about to say, if they're winning and he's not taking shots, stick to it. Because if you're going to be shooting 30%,
You're not helping us.
yeah, like sometimes, like Ant, that is a nut.
Bro, we were,
Ant keep shooting. He don't give. He don't
No.
care.
Over
As-
11
as
from
he should,
3,
though.
just kept chucking.
bro, when we were watching the game here with you, and like he was like spazzing. He had a couple
Yeah.
shots. He just ran to the corner, just threw something up randomly.
Timberwolves
Like
had
no
bad
need.
momentum. They were making their cut. They tied it up or something. Ant gets the ball, 23 seconds on the shot clock, takes a running like fadeaway two-pointer, just breaks it, killed all the momentum. I'm
Word.
like,
It made no sense. I was like, wow, this guy just is uncontrolled. It doesn't make any sense. But that's him. That's him. They beat the Lakers, so
I mess with Ant.
I don't think the Rockets gonna win if Jalen Green's not scoring the ball. Their defense is good.
I mean, you
can't
also
beat a man
gotta
at
you
under
also
10,
you also
under
have to look
20.
at Fred VanVleet.
I mean, but they can. If they keep sticking defense like this,
Yeah, that's
they
what
can
I'm
win
saying.
with Jalen Green not doing much.
The thing is, though, they play the type of defense where the refs are someone's fouling
Yeah,
out.
yeah. That's a
Yo,
magic.
Dylan Brooks,
Dylan Brooks, Amen Thompson.
he's a scum, bro.
I hate.
Bro. When he said he's purposely slapping Curry's hand because he knows.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I didn't know he was doing
I'm like,
that.
come on, bro, you're wilding now.
They didn't
That's
fine him
OD.
for that either. They just was like, wow,
Word.
he's just targeting. That's crazy.
Yeah, I saw a replay where Curry shot the ball, he swiped, missed. Curry's hand was down here, and like Dylan Brooks is looking at the ball, but he's still swiping. Like, trying to hit
Wait,
his
what?
wrist.
What does he have a sprained thumb?
Or thumb,
Yeah.
His thumb is messed up, yeah.
That's
That's
crazy.
insane.
That's foul.
But I hate teams like that. That just like whether or not they're clamming you is whether or not the refs are calling fouls because they're going to be hacking the entire time. And
Honestly,
some
they get
games
away
the
with
refs just don't want to call.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, like we need teams like that in the NBA. Like
Who's
Like
we?
bullies?
the NBA, they
no,
need teams
because
like
if
that.
it was the Knicks getting hacked like that, you would hate it.
yes,
You'd be like, the NBA needs to fix this.
but I mean that's kind of like what
Because they only allow it when they know there's a disparity in talent. Like they know this team can't compete unless we let them hack, so then they'll let them hack.
Yeah, they need some, to
Yeah, I don't
balance the
know.
scale
It's
a little
just
bit. Something.
The NBA needs that like that grit, like
That
what
aggression.
the Pistons are doing to the Knicks. They're getting in their heads by being physical with them. They need more teams like that.
My problem is, well, at least in this Magic Celtics series, it didn't seem like they let it go both ways.
Well, that's the issue. If you don't let it go both ways, that's crazy. If it's
Yeah,
one
Magic
sided,
was
that's
wild,
crazy.
and the Magic was wild.
I didn't watch that.
Bro, it
game,
wasn't
but-
even just foul calls. I'd never in my life seen it. Bro, I don't even know who the players were.
That
but
jump ball was
They
crazy.
called a jump ball.
when they run out of
Yes,
bounds.
bro. Like, the Celtics player
Yo.
did this to the ball, touched it with a finger for half a second. They called a jump ball.
That's crazy.
That's
She would have been
play
out of bounds on the Magic. They called a jump ball. I was like, nah.
And that's the one game they won, right?
The Magic one, yeah.
That was
Bro,
crazy.
they're calling fouls. KP standing like this. The defender goes into him, called a foul. I'm like, nah, this is insanity. Bro, Franz, oh my goodness. That nah, I don't want to talk about it. That shit get me mad. That nigga's a hack. The biggest hack in the league.
Yeah.
And he wasn't even
Rude it.
close to found out any games. Bro was grabbing jerseys, pushing people. They're not calling.
You know, they say he's like a good defender in the league.
Bro, he defends with his hands.
Yeah.
Literally.
Isn't he kind of slow?
Of course.
So how is he? How is he?
He defends with his hands and they don't call it. I'm dead.
That's kind of crazy because they're like a point of emphasis on defense is not being able to use your hand to like
Bro,
like hand checking.
there was a play in the. I don't know if it was the game, if it was game 4 or game 5. But bro, who was it driving to? I don't remember. But someone, he was on the perimeter, bro, made a move, drove past him. grabs his jersey. No call.
Wow.
Dude still gets past him, shoves him in the back. No call. And then another defender came and like hit him, and they called the foul on the second dude. Like, nah.
They got away with a lot.
Like shit is. Paolo did foul out that game though. So I think it was the elimination game. So I guess they're like, all right, we can't have two of their stars fouling out. But nah, if they're hacking, call the foul.
Yeah. Every
Paolo
time.
looked like he was about to cry too when he fouled out.
You know, it was
Bro,
over.
because that's their
That's that Duke stuff.
hell no. Nah.
That is that Duke stuff.
Nah.
Outside of Tatum.
Not at all.
Nah, he really was like tearing up. I was like,
Because
"Jeez."
that's their
Not
their
even. He was
number-
tearing up when he got his 5th foul and had to come out the game.
He
I was
knew.
like,
He was like,
bro,
it's
it
over.
was
Bro, that's
He
like
knew.
that's
He was like,
that's
my
their
time's up.
that's their possibly their best scoring option, their best big man. You know, like they don't win a game without him. So
All right, but it's the first round. You're going up against a dynasty.
is
Like,
this
it's
his
just
first?
growing
This is his
pains.
first playoff series.
Last year.
They made it
Nah,
last
nah,
year.
They made it last year. Oh, they
Yeah.
did make. Yeah, I
Played
remember.
the Cavs.
Because I remember
Talking
talking.
to work. You know we do
I
the
remember
Cleveland,
talking
man.
crazy to Troy.
Yeah, I didn't watch a single game from that series, so I did not know the Magic were like this.
They're
And
really
then,
good
like on
defensively.
Instagram after that game, bro, when I saw social media saying
The
the
refs
refs
were-
were wiling against the Celtics, that's when you know something's wrong.
Yeah.
Because social media is never on the Celtics side.
No.
And I was seeing hella comments from Cavs fans. Like, we tried to tell you last year, like, they played dirty as fuck. I was like, nah.
That's wild.
All right, let's move on.
What's up next, you in?
We talked about playoff series. Do we want to talk about? Well, we kind of talked about Giannis. We didn't really talk about Dame,
Dame's cooked. His career's over.
but we could move on to
That's it. that's the headline.
I think we're
Dame's
all in
cooked.
agreement. I mean,
Yeah.
his career's not over, but
there's
I don't think he could be like a top 2 option on a championship team.
let's talk about the super team stuff.
Okay, let's
let's
define.
go.
Let's define super team, and then we're gonna go into the crazy crap you
The
said.
question is it the end of the super
Does
team
it-
era, or can you still win a championship?
Well, the question
Super
that
team or big 3 though?
the question that I had was, do the Lakers and Suns struggles prove that building super teams no longer works in the NBA? I mean, they didn't really work. I
think they-
guess it kind of. I don't know.
I can't even say the Lakers was a super team.
I don't
Yeah,
think they were.
facts.
I don't. Yeah.
I mean, I think if you think about the history of their moves, you know, getting Russ, bringing him over from the Wizards to play with LeBron and AD, like their intention was to like
Build a big three.
Yeah, to build a team that's good enough to compete with, you know, because at that time it was supposed to be like the Lakers, Clippers, and the
Nuggets. probably.
the Nets. Like during that
Oh, yeah,
time,
that's right.
Because that's when the Nets had KD, James Harden, and Kyrie.
Yep.
So, yeah,
I mean, I still don't think that was a super team because Russ at that point, no one was like I remember my first thought when I saw Russ was on the Lakers, I was like, what does that do?
Or that's why we quickly put him on the bench because we were like, you are not producing for us.
You kind of knew it was going to work because Russ can't shoot. And AD's not a shooter like that. So,
Yeah.
I think a better question is, do like the Nets, the old net, not old, but 20 like KD, Harden, Kyrie Nets,
the Suns.
KD, actually KD seems
Yeah,
to be
KD,
a common
every
denominator.
Yeah, exactly.
that
Of
KD
losers.
But like, there's like building super teams with like 3 big scorers. Is that
I think that
valid-
doesn't work.
No,
I think that doesn't work. You have to have some because, especially there are all those teams that you just named, like they were just ball dominant people. Like there's no way that's going to be successful. Like you think like that Miami's big three was Bosh, Wade, and LeBron. Like they knew LeBron was going to do everything. Wade is just good off ball, and Bosh just knew I'm not going to do but catch and hopefully at a mid range, and that's about it.
I mean Bosh was still cooking on that team.
He was, but he knew his role was like
he wasn't. But
I'm
I
gonna
see
go
what
get
you're
15
saying.
to 20.
Like he wasn't like a ball dominant.
No, he didn't. He
player.
didn't get the looks that he got when he was on the Raptors. Like he knew he was sacrificing a lot for his career to win championships. I think it's the same thing with like you go with like the Celtics. Their big three was Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, and KG. Like you knew one of those people was just not gonna be the guy. Like that's it.
I think that it just if you have 3 ball dominant players on the team, it's not going to work. But if
Doesn't
you look
work.
at a team like the Celtics, when it works, that shit works.
Like this year?
But I don't
Even last year.
They're not even a super team. Like I don't.
Nah,
Yes,
bro.
they are.
Not
What?
like I'm not. I wouldn't consider them like. I don't know because
Well, they're a super team, but not in the big three way.
nah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay.
Like
yeah.
they're a super team and like they have really good role players. They have their 2 superstars. They have, well, I don't know if you want to consider Porzingis.
Porzingis is a superstar.
He's a superstar. I don't know if you want to consider him a superstar,
We're
but
not jacking Derek White. We're not jacking
The Celtics are a super team like how the Spurs back in the day were a super team with like Tim Duncan, Monta
Yeah.
Type
Ginobili.
shit.
Like,
Yeah.
That's like what they are. They're like a very meshed team that are just elite. Like
Yeah.
everybody knows their role. This is what we're gonna do. Stick to it. Don't change the game plan. We're gonna win championships.
Yeah.
Like that's
So I think
literally
we
it.
can conclude that the big three method is
That's over.
yeah,
it's over.
cooked.
Because bro, even look at the Celtics. They tried that when they got Kyrie. It was supposed to be
Yeah.
Kyrie, Jaylen Brown, Tatum,
Didn't
and they
work.
got Gordon Hayward too.
Yo, Gordon Hayward, I remember
that's-
game won the NBA. He like caught a lob
Against the Cavs,
against the
yeah.
Cavs.
Yeah.
Out for the
That
year.
snapped,
bro,
I was
that
like,
unbelievable.
Bro,
At that point, I was
wasn't
like,
that
yeah, I'll
like
never see the
wasn't it
Celtics
like
win a
2
championship.
plays into the game?
Literally, it was like the one of the
Yeah.
first or
Yeah.
second play baseline done. I was like, wow.
And he just was never the same after that.
Nope.
Yeah, he came back. Yeah, confidence was gone.
Bro, he probably
I think the big three only works if someone willing to take that role.
this is take a
Like
step
someone got
back.
to take that role. It's like I'm gonna be the spot up.
Yeah, like something has
like
to.
kind of low key.
I'm trying to think.
Because I think the big threes have formed since like LeBron, I guess, started the big three era. Think about the big three since then. Like none of them have been successful.
But like, what's an example of that?
You could say Kevin Love. He turned low key into a spot up big.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was getting
Chris
30
Bosh.
boards in
When
games.
Ray Allen, I mean, he was already a spot up. Like he was a knockdown shooter, but like he became a strictly because Ray Allen low key used to go to the rack when
Yeah,
he
used
was
to be able
young.
to, yeah,
like,
he was. Yeah,
but he
was
became
nice.
just a straight sharp shooter.
The Heat and the Cavs with Kevin Love, those are perfect examples.
Yeah.
Because Kevin Love and Chris Bosh were both the main guys on their teams, and then they took that step back.
I don't know.
Like maybe if Brad
Like,
Beal,
how much did their points drop per game?
probably good,
I
like
don't know.
probably like
3?
6. Nah, hell no.
What year?
Bosh had a drop OD
Bosh
low
probably
key.
dropped a lot because he was balling.
He was low key averaging like 25, 26.
Kevin Love might not have dropped a lot because he probably wasn't averaging a lot. Like he was just an elite, like what's it called?
Who wasn't averaging that much?
Kevin Love.
Yo, stats guy. It doesn't work. Oh, stop recording. It ran out of storage.
Chris Bosh, the year his last year on the Raptors, he was averaging 24.
All right, that was his career high though. Like he was really a 20 for 5 years before that. He was 22 a game,
Okay, so we'll go based off
and
of that.
then
All
joined
right.
the Heat,
18.
18.7.
It's 4-point drop. Okay, that's not
That's
too
not that
bad.
bad.
And then let me see.
K
Kevin
Love had to be at least K Love was getting buckets.
I don't know. Really?
Bro, you remember him averaging? You remember him 30 games and shit? He was
That's
wild,
true.
bro.
He had 30. Yeah, like I just remember being like he was great.
Bro, he was
He was,
nah.
bro, he was
He was
dominant.
Bro, he was
I gotta hear the numbers. Just tell me the numbers.
Yeah.
26. His last year on the
Last
Wolves.
2 full seasons, he was 26.
Oh yeah.
He was
Went
spazzing,
to
bro.
the Cavs, 16.
Oh, 10-point drop.
10
Wow.
point drop is bad.
But he
though.
was low-key hurt OD on the Cavs too. But still, like, yeah, that's an OD big drop off. But
That's
he
really
knew.
crazy, bro. His third to last year, he was averaging 26, then went down to 18, then went back up to 26.
Well, he only played 18 games.
Oh, I didn't even peep that.
That's why.
But
But
maybe if like Brad Beal would have took that role back and kind of became like maybe like, but that's not his game, so
No,
I can't
I
even
not.
say
think,
that.
yeah, I think it has to be someone who's like already a number 2.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like it can't be 3 number 1s and then the number like one of them takes the role. Like someone has to already be used to not being the guy.
I think now, yeah. But think about Miami. Like they were all number ones. LeBron's number one. Dwayne
I
Wade
mean,
was
yeah, we're
number
talking
one.
about now.
So now, yeah. So yeah, fair. Then yeah.
After LeBron ruined the league, yeah.
But like,
Here we go.
Like I think the formula today to have the best team,
It's 2 number ones.
2 number 1s,
Yeah.
and then a bunch of role players.
The funny thing is we talked about like how we think it's like you need 2 superstars. We talked about it, but that pod never came out. But like we said, like the league now, like you just have 2. You just need 2 superstars. You're good to go.
and I'm
Think
gonna
about
say
that.
he also got to be able to play defense. That's proven.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
Like,
They-
guys
no
that
one
play
on
defense.
that. No, neither one of those 3 play defense.
Yeah.
and then I also think you need height, which is why I can't see the Cavs doing it because these 2 small
The
guards.
backcourt is too small.
Yeah, Darius Garland's gonna get
Fried.
Yeah.
Like bullied.
How
But if
tall is Donovan Mitchell?
6'2"?
Damn. I thought he was at least like 6'4".
He got long arms though.
He do. He like 220. That's a pretty stocky dude.
Yeah.
It'll work.
It
Yeah.
don't matter.
So I mean,
It don't matter.
Niggas
Out of-
just shooting over you, like there's nothing you could do.
out of all teams, like all these super teams, I guess in the last 10 years or so, like the only team that did it was the Warriors.
What do you mean?
Like
Well,
to see success, because they had a super team. That was a super team.
Oh, with KD.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that our formula that worked. 2 number 1s and Clay's a number 2. Like that. That's why. That's
That's like
how
this
it
type
was.
of 2 number 1. He's talking about 2 top 3 players in the league on the same team.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
wild,
that's also
bro.
like very rare. Like,
Yeah.
But-
we probably
but
won't
That was
see
an anomaly.
Nah, yeah. And Clay was he was the top 3 shooter in the league.
Yeah.
Probably top. He was probably 2.
Yeah.
Probably.
So
Yeah, because Clay is. I don't want to disrespect. I was about to say Clay is a role player.
But he is.
He
though.
is.
He is.
though.
Tight.
He plays. He does it very, very well.
He's like a superstar role player.
yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Like he's what you would want out of a role player.
So you're saying he was a role player on the Warriors back then?
But I also called him a superstar, so I can't say he's a superstar
Nah,
and a role
he was
player.
not.
player.
He was not. He was not I can't consider him a role player on the Warriors. Like before KD, nah. I could see that. I could see him turning into that role player role.
It's like something about if I just saw him dribble more, I'd be like, yeah, he's a superstar.
No bag.
'Cause I feel like you
yeah.
just put him on a team with a coach who's not drawing up all these crazy plays, and like he's the number 1 option. I don't know if
He's not the same.
Imagine if you don't have someone who's hitting game winners from 45 feet on your team. Bro,
Walking first
Curry
step of
was
the half
getting
court.
attention
Literally.
back then.
They were
He
picking
still
him up.
does, yeah.
They were picking him up at half court because he would walk up
Full
1-2
court.
step.
Full court.
court.
Like
Not
it's-
to mention all the moving screens that,
Literally.
Yeah.
bro. I'll
30
never-
screens before he can even. do
I'll
anything.
never forget the series. One of the series against the Rockets. Draymond set the most illegal screen I have ever laid eyes on. It was ridiculous, and they didn't call foul. Yeah,
Yep.
they really started the moving screen thing. Like
Absolutely.
Oh, 100%.
that was really crazy.
But let's not forget, before we even recorded, this guy said Draymond Green's a superstar.
I didn't say he is. I said he was when he was in 20.
Nah, he's-
Draymond was never a
he was,
superstar.
regardless, he was never a superstar.
Draymond Green was a superstar, bro. He was putting you in hell defensively. He was getting in your head. He was.
Bro said he had telekinesis.
But I don't understand how you like during that time how you don't consider him like a
So when I think of
superstar.
superstars, I think LeBron James. I think of
Because of their
Kevin Durant.
because of their scoring ability. You don't.
Bro.
You never talk about defensive superstars.
Bro, Draymond
they don't
was
exist. That's why.
Okay, but it did. It does.
Draymond was like a glorified, better defensive Lance Stevenson.
No.
Yes.
Basically.
Yes.
Just harass you. Just, you know what
What?
I'm saying?
He's but that still makes bro. If you're a defensive superstar, you should still be considered.
Not
No.
a superstar.
You
Like,
specialize in something.
Superstars
and you're-
can do multiple things.
Bro, superstar's getting a max contract.
Word.
Draymond didn't get a max contract.
Ever in his life. Why would he get a max?
They gave him a bag.
I need to fact check this.
He might have got, I think he got like 4-year 80 mil, okay? 4-year like 100.
And that's just because he was loyal. That's it.
Yeah.
But
He's
besides
the
that,
heart and soul of the team. Like, he ain't a superstar.
think about superstars are versatile. They can do multiple things.
Draymond got a max contract in 2019.
That's
Oh, that's
insane.
that's wait.
Wait, so if superstars are versatile, then is Luka Doncic a superstar?
Exactly, because he doesn't play defense,
He play makes and he scores.
and Draymond plays defense,
You
and he.
can't say Luka averaged 30. Draymond never averaged over 10, bro.
But
Or over
Draymond,
12.
but
He's
Draymond
starting
is,
the pot over here. What,
Nah,
yo?
Draymond didn't have a max contract. 4 years, 100 mil wasn't a max contract in
I don't
2019.
know.
this was it was a max extension.
Yeah, extension. They said after this, you're up. Peace out.
That's like calling Ben Wallace a superstar. That's
Or
fake
Ben
crazy.
Wallace, Batumbo. Those
Rudy
were not
Gobert's a
superstars.
superstar?
Oh, that's a good.
That's what
I don't
that's
know.
exactly
No,
what I
no,
said.
no.
4-time deep defensive player of the
See,
year.
because
Because
The
what?
thing with- the
you
thing
probably
with-
average more points than
thing
Draymond,
with-
more rebounds, and more defensive stats than Draymond.
Draymond's also important on offense, though.
yes, he can facilitate on offense.
Important in that specific role on that specific team.
Where he can't. That's not transferable
you're right,
to
you're
other
right.
teams.
All right. If you put him on, but you also have to take into consideration though the other pieces on the team, because that Warriors team, like if
That's
you put him
their
on a different
system.
team, like he's cooked. But he was a
Yeah,
superstar.
he's a
he was
master at setting those illegal ass screens.
Kicking people, stepping on them or on the ground. Like, yeah, he's
pushing
really
them
good
out
at
the
that.
way.
Like, that's what he's great at.
I don't know.
You
Maybe
got to
all right.
think, averaging 7 assists and
passing
like
to the two
passing
greatest
to
shooters.
Curry and Clay. Come on.
The one
Okay,
and
but
two
how you
greatest
gonna
shooters?
but how you
Come on.
gonna take that? How you gonna take that away? His ability to facilitate and get the ball to his to
He
the best
facilitating,
shooters,
catching
rebounding.
it on the wing, Curry elevator screen up the middle, bang, 3-pointer. What is he doing? He knows his role. He's not a
You
superstar.
can't be You
Yeah.
can't be a superstar for running plays coach drew up for you. Like
Or he's not dribbling up the court saying, all right, yo, you go there, making something up. Like,
everything he does on offense can be done by 98% of the league.
Who else was putting up, like, what other? Because he was a big man, right? He played the 5,
4 or 5.
Played the
4 or 5. He was at his best year, 2015-16, the year that they lost in the finals to the Cavs. He was averaging
73-9, lost the Cavs 3-1.
He was
It's all
averaging
right.
14
Let it
points a game, 9 rebounds, 7 assists, 1.5 blocks, 1.5 steals.
Those are probably all his career numbers. That was probably his best year in the league.
But that's like, I mean, no, because his year before
Those are not
that,
superstar numbers.
all right, he might not be a superstar in terms of like
Not.
putting up superstar numbers with, dropping 30 a game, getting 15 rebounds, whatever the case may be. But
Bro, he's not a superstar in any aspect besides defense.
Yeah.
Yeah, superstar has to have multiple
Like, he
lanes where they can be
does
really good at.
nothing above average on offense.
Like, what's the concrete definition of a superstar, though? Because, like, we're just talking.
Bro, superstar.
We can define it right now.
someone
They
you
can-
can't replace.
Yeah, they're irreplaceable.
Yeah.
But in terms of their game,
Like, Draymond, you can't. I don't
stuff. Yes, you can.
You can replace. You can easily find someone whose offense makes up for their lack of defense.
I'm about to say a
you can
crazy
find
take.
someone who's average on defense, but 10 times better on offense. So you're replacing him. Like you're replacing the net loss, or
I get skill wise, but I feel like when the intangible things come into play, like you can't replace.
bro, you can get anybody to hustle.
nah.
He's 10 times better as Draymond Green, but he just doesn't have the fucking.
There's no confidence. He's
Yeah.
can't shoot to save his life.
Okay, but
He would be so much better than Draymond.
bro, it's not
I don't even know
superstar.
if Ben Simmons is better than Draymond. He can't shoot.
Nah.
He's zero jumping.
I mean, if he,
He's still,
Bro.
I'm still
Yeah,
not
if you
jacking.
put Draymond's brain in Ben Simmons,
yeah,
Oh, maybe.
bro,
He's a 10-time
if he,
All-Star.
yeah, like if he dunked on Trae Young, like, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. But
You know I'm taking over Draymond? Nah, I'm not taking.
say it. He's about to say the dumbest thing ever.
Who?
Boris Diaw, when he played on the Spurs, same thing, bro.
Low-key, they're kind of similar.
That's facts.
But Draymond's better defensively.
Better defensive, but he could.
Boris got a clip, though.
Yeah, he could shoot. He actually could facilitate a little bit. Yeah, he just is not as good. He's not as quick. Played a key role on that Spurs team.
Draymond's just a hack, bro. Like, he's literally just a hack. Like I can't. Nah, give me anybody who's average on defense, who's much better offensively than Draymond.
There's a lot of controversy. Yeah, there's controversy along with
He's
his
just
name.
a hack.
I gotta look up Boris Diaw's
Let me
numbers.
ask you this then. Are you taking Draymond or DeMar? Draymond or DeMar?
I mean, they're two different positions.
They are. But if you start a franchise, who you taking?
DeMar DeRozan every time.
Really?
I don't care if that deadass stood on the offensive side of the court. I'm still taking DeMar over Draymond. What?
He can't, but like you be saying.
Nah, that's a
Hey,
fact.
from a
trying to
business
get
standpoint,
votes.
I'm definitely taking DeMar.
Bro,
From wanting
like-
to win standpoint, still taking him.
What? Nah. Like you were saying, DeMar can't. He don't win nothing, bro. He don't win nothing.
Draymond, you see what the Warriors were like when Clay was hurt?
Yeah.
Terrible. DeMar was not on teams that bad. maybe a couple years with this, but Spurs, I can't even. Nah.
Yeah, I'm taking Boris for sure.
But I can't say that because
DeMar wasn't winning because he was losing
look
to
at his numbers,
LeBron.
But remember when DeMar was in the East, he wasn't wild. Like in the East, he wasn't wild.
DeMar?
The Raptors were a top 3 team
Yeah,
every
he was-
season.
he
I'm
was-
about to say until his last 4 years on the team.
Nah. He
Yes.
What you mean?
was. Wait, you say he wasn't.
The Raptors weren't crazy until DeMar's last 4 years.
Oh, yeah.
That's when
And they were still losing, getting swept every
Word.
they get swept every time.
By LeBron James.
It don't matter. You can't get swept, bro. You can't get swept. I'm not jacking it.
That's like crazy. We just would every season we knew we saw them. We're like, yes.
But Draymond will be a Hall of Famer before DeMar.
Obviously.
Absolutely.
He has 4 rings.
Bro.
I mean,
He
you can't
shouldn't,
put winning
though.
on DeMar
What-
his first 4 seasons.
what is-
LeBron wasn't winning his first 4
Wait.
seasons.
Wait. Let's answer this.
Wait. What has DeMar DeRozan done in his career to be Hall of Fame worthy?
Get buckets
Not enough.
That,
Was
that
he even
gets you.
top
That
20
gets you
or
in the Hall of
30?
Fame.
I'm pretty positive.
at an unreal clip.
Top 30 in scoring before he retires. That's pretty
That's good.
He's 6-time All-Star, 3-time All-NBA.
Oh, all right. So
So
then,
then,
okay.
yeah, then that.
And there's other people that's made the Hall of Fame where you can also do
Of course, I keep forgetting about that All NBA thing.
I know.
That's what, because that was the same thing with Melo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my guy, Melo, the homie right there.
Like if he didn't have, like if that wasn't, I mean, obviously that's a big part of.
But he was also an all-star too. But yeah,
All Star does not mean anything, bro.
when you make 10 of them, yes, it does.
DeMar, I don't know, bro. I don't know how I feel about DeMar. I don't know how I feel about DeMar.
Over Draymond?
Over scoring, but that's it.
DeMar?
I hope not.
Bro, DeMar DeRozan is 28th all-time in scoring.
That's crazy.
Oh, all right. So that's much better than I thought.
He's Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Yeah, he's probably a
It's
couple
probably,
hundred
it's probably. I
points.
feel like that whole.
Yeah, he's solidified.
Vince
He's
Carter's
good.
25 with. Vince Carter's 25
Carter
with.
should
That's
Yeah.
insanity. What?
Didn't Vince?
Vince Carter has right now. Vince Carter only has 500 more points than DeMar
Oh, yeah,
DeRozan.
so-
That's
yeah, so
crazy.
he's
And he
top
played
10
like
for sure.
20 more seasons.
Season.
Yeah, that's kind of sick.
Did Vince Carter win a ring?
Nah, he went to the Nets there though. They didn't do anything. That Nets team was nasty.
When
though.
did they win? Did they win before or after? He was no, not
No, he
not
wasn't.
that
He was
one.
there after. But
But you can say while Vince Carter was overrated, though.
You see what?
Vince Carter was overrated.
Vince Carter or Tracy McGrady?
He was a crazy dunker.
T-Mac.
People. If you want to win, 100% Tracy McGrady.
Valid.
If you want anything, Tracy McGrady.
Jersey sales? I don't know. I don't know. That Raptors Carter.
That Raptors McGrady might go harder, though.
Isn't that crazy that they're like cousins or
They're
something?
cousins, yeah, something crazy.
They were nice.
All right, what's next on the agenda?
Talk about how Tatum currently
No.
is 217th on the all-time scoring list.
Current event.
He'll end his career 2-11.
That's crazy.
Talk about that, actually.
Talk about sinners.
So I haven't. I,
haven't
want to
seen
see
it.
it.
Neither have I.
Wait, did you watch? Did you watch you?
No, bro, it just came out. I need to watch you, bro.
Oh my god, bro. Manny's about to be freaking out.
Nice he is.
Study.
Bro, when you originally came out, Manny was like, "I'm really Joe Goldberg." Like,
Wow.
That's getting cut.
Nah, keep that shit in.
Can I ask this question?
Yeah,
though?
let's-
Is Will Smith a top 3 black actor?
Of course.
Absolutely. Bro.
Julian?
Bro, high key Michael B. Jordan's like
nah, yeah,
top
Michael
5
B.
already.
Jordan is
I
up
think-
there. I would say yes.
Will Smith is?
Yeah.
Bro, you have to go based on his
So
runs.
name your top 3.
Well, not in any order. Samuel L. Denzel, Will Smith, easily.
Y'all are wildin', bro.
Easy.
Yeah.
Y'all are wildin'.
Who's your top 3?
I'm gonna have to put Morgan Freeman in front of him, bro.
Stop.
Yes.
Wait, didn't we look this up and he had 2 movies at 0%?
Bro,
Does not
I'm not even going based on ratings. Like, if you just look at the runs, like Will Smith.
Look up greatest movies versus greatest movie.
What is
You
that?
can't do that. Why not? Why not? Morgan Freeman didn't direct or produce movies. They just got him because of his voice.
Will Smith directed them?
Not all of his movies. I'm just saying, like, you can't give one actor the credit for, like, Shawshank Redemption.
Like, not even that.
He
Like,
made the bro. He narrated the movie, bro. He's like that.
Bro, he's all voice. He's dead ass all voice.
Will Smith has nothing legendary besides Fresh Prince.
What?
What?
Yes.
Pursuit of Happiness.
Men in Black.
Men in Black.
Focus.
I Am Legend.
I Am Legend's a really good movie. Shank Redemption, bro.
But, all right, so
you
name-
understand,
so-
you understand that Will Freeman, Morgan Freeman played God, bro.
So what is it?
End of discussion. His versatility is different, bro.
Bro, Will Smith played.
Versatility.
Yes.
He has no versatility.
Morgan?
What has he? He's played the same in every movie.
Dead ass.
Because he's him. You
He
know
plays
what I'm saying?
himself.
But you just said his versatility.
He's him,
Will Smith
bro.
literally played. He played a teenager. He played someone in an apocalyptic world. He played
Muhammad Ali.
He played Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali.
He played someone who was broken, homeless on the streets.
Yeah, like based on a true story. Like he's not just characters made up.
But how about we start like this? Age versus age. We wait for Will Smith to get older. Because when I was young, Morgan Freeman was always old.
Yeah, word. That's
He's
true.
always been-
Morgan
he's
Freeman
always
really.
been
Yeah,
old.
I'll agree. Okay.
We don't gotta wait. For
Yeah,
him
we
to
gotta
get
wait.
older.
We gotta wait, bro. We gotta wait.
Oh, Hitch.
Yeah, Hitch,
Come on,
Hancock.
Nah, that's all right.
I started getting
Hancock
because
good.
of Hitch. Nigga.
Let's put it in word, let's put it on the game right then.
Hancock was a good movie.
That was solid.
That was a good movie. All right, let me. I gotta look up his movies.
Bro,
now.
I just see Will Smith's runs. Like he'll have 3 straight years bangers. Morgan Freeman was not doing that. And
Will
like,
Smith,
people
Will
weren't-
Smith
yeah.
will up his rep because he will act where I'm like
Bad movie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He was in the movie with Serena Williams.
Oh yeah.
Serena and Venus.
That was a good movie.
He
though.
played his
That
dad.
Richard, that was really
Yeah, I
good.
heard that was a good movie.
But like, you have to think like when you're a director or a producer, you're not like recruiting Morgan Freeman. You're recruiting Will Smith to star.
What are you talking, bro? What? Yes, you are.
To narrate. You're recruiting Will
iRobot?
Smith to star in the film. And
iRobot.
Boy, I just recently watched that.
he might be top 2.
No, wow.
I don't know about that.
Bro, we have to look up the ratings on these movies, though. Like, we can't just name them. They were good when we were younger, but now if we went back
Bro,
and watch them, they're
They're
ass.
fire.
No,
I recently
yes.
watched it, bro. That movie is actually elite.
Those movies is ass, bro.
Nah.
He was in Aladdin. What the hell?
Are you a sheep? What the ratings say? What do you think? What do you
He
feel?
got good movies.
Bro, Morgan Freeman, honestly, that was a terrible take. I'd say I put Jimmy Foxx before Morgan Freeman.
That's insane,
Nah,
bro.
I don't know, but
But that's not a bad take. But
that's not a bad take. But like,
just go watch movie 7 tonight, and then your whole perspective will change.
That's one bad movie.
I don't need to.
Yes, you do. You need to watch 7 with him and Brad Pitt. Golden.
Wait, I've seen it.
I don't think I haven't seen it.
Fire.
Bro, Jamie Foxx is a better actor than Morgan Freeman. That's the real debate.
Let's see what movie Jamie Foxx is.
See, like this goes back to what you say. Is he greater or is he better?
All versatility. And Jamie Foxx was doing that shit as a hobby.
That's
He
That
was
Morgan
singing.
Freeman's life.
That's true.
Jamie Foxx was just like, do I feel like being a singer today? I'll be a singer. Do I feel like being an actor? I'll be an actor.
So I put Morgan 4 then. And I put Lawrence Fishburne 3. And then I put Will Smith 5.
Oh, I'm putting Michael B. Jordan above Morgan Freeman.
That's crazy, bro.
Nah, I'm not doing that.
I'm putting Chadwick Boseman above Morgan
I'm not
Freeman.
doing that either.
We can't do that
not
either,
doing that
bro.
either.
He done got enough movies, bro.
I'm trying to disrespect right now.
You're not
That
doing
Morgan
that.
Freeman take was crazy. And it has zero versatility though. You can't be top 5 with no versatility.
Yeah, you're right.
I
Please.
need to look at his movies. His
Unless
movies is
you're-
goated, bro.
Yeah, word.
And I might catch some flack for this unless you're Denzel.
Is
Because some niggas be saying Denzel's the same nigga in every movie.
Nah, Denzel's
is
first,
Morgan
bro.
Freeman in any like action movies? Like,
Yeah, it's 7. Isn't it 7 like an action?
7's like a thriller action.
but
I
like,
mean, but by the time Morgan Freeman was famous and then all these good movies,
he was
too-
70.
Yeah, he
Like,
was too
you
old
know
to
what
be
I'm saying?
in, like,
yeah. So no versatility. His movies are just playing that
But I'm
like.
not even talking about like action or like genre.
I mean, that does have to
It's
do.
like
with
roles
versatility
can you
in
do?
character.
Yeah, exactly. What
but that has to.
Say
That has.
roles.
But that has to. That also has to do with like action.
Nah, because I don't give a like Tom Cruise because he does his own stunts. Like I don't give a. That's not like
Not impressive.
yeah.
Doing your
I'm
own
not
stunts
like,
isn't
oh,
impressive.
Nah.
no, if you're a stunt man, sure.
Nah, that's
That doesn't
crazy.
make you a
Doing
better
stunts
actor.
is- Tom Cruise is the best actor, bro.
Bro,
Now we're.
I don't know about that,
Now let's jump into that because that's.
but doing your own
insane.
stunts is impressive.
He was hanging on the side of a plane in real life. Imagine
Bro,
doing
so he's
you're
a
goated.
great stunt man.
Nah, he's an actor.
But
bro.
that makes
It
you.
has
That,
nothing to do with acting. They don't teach you that at acting school.
Jerry Maguire.
They
Jerry
don't-
Maguire.
You don't go to acting school and learn how to do backflips. Like that's
Y'all
stunts.
are wildin', bro.
Jackie Chan is not a good actor.
Yes, he is. Bro, what? Yes, he is.
He's a good.
That's the Asian legend, bro.
He's a good comedian. I don't know about
Comedian.
Comedian?
What? What are we talking
His
about?
best movies, he was doing comedy. Nigga.
Nah.
Same
Rush
with
Hour?
what's
Rush Hour's goated,
the guy
bro.
from The Hangover. What's his name?
I don't know.
The Asian guy from the Hangover.
Oh, you talking about? I know you talking about. I don't know his name though.
What's his name? Is it like Leslie Chan or something?
You said Tom Cruise, best actor. I don't know about that.
what?
That was a little.
Bro,
No, the best actor.
Jamie Foxx?
The best actor is Leonardo DiCaprio.
Jamie Foxx clears. Whoa. Nah,
I like that take.
Ken Jeong, that's his name.
You said
I
Leslie.
know you're talking about though. Jamie Foxx is good too. He got
Jamie
Django.
Foxx, Django,
Django's tough.
playing a slave.
Spider-Man.
He played Ray Charles.
He was in Spider-Man.
That's not hard, bro.
He was a villain in. Why is that not hard?
Bro, I can do that. What are you talking about? That's not hard.
That's crazy.
Come on now. Bro, you need the shades and act like you got a piano, bro. Don't do that.
Okay, you
Don't
think the
do
whole movie just
Don't do that, bro.
Nah, that's crazy. He played a villain in Spider-Man.
Twice.
Okay.
Maybe Driver Fire movie he was in.
That's about it.
That might be
That's about it. That was kind of quick.
I mean, there's a bunch of movies, but none of them are like.
He did like voiceovers in like a couple Disney movies.
You know, you said before is low key underrated. Cuba Gooding.
He is.
Oh yeah, he's about Morgan Freeman too. If we're talking like, there's a difference between like. I don't know if the term phrase is discography or filmography,
You talking about? Yeah.
but there's a difference between the movies you've been in and your acting ability. Like Cuba, his acting ability is elite.
That guy was radio.
Radio, is that? And I thought he was.
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
So like,
Word. Wow. Yeah, he's elite.
Cuba's definitely elite.
I get, but nah, Lawrence Fishburne's another underrated pick though. Like
Absolutely.
when you said that other day, I was like, nah, he's been in The Matrix. Like,
The Matrix, Boys in the Hood.
yeah,
Like,
he's
bro,
been in
nah.
some fire, yo.
I'm taking Omari Hardwick over Morgan.
Bro, yeah, he's
This guy.
He's just disrespectful at this point.
All right, you guys want to do one more?
Oh, Jamie Foxx was. Oh, he was Joe Gardner, the main character in Soul.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, D, what? That does not
ain't
sound
know
like him at all. Jamie's kind of nice there, man. All right.
Concludes the podcast that you guys have watched and listened to. Thank you so much. You will see it approximately 2 weeks after we recorded it. And we are out of here.